Hi, and welcome to this video. This video provides a comprehensive overview of migraine headaches. Migraine is a common and often disabling condition affecting 10 to 15% of the general population, with peak prevalence in North America, and onset typically in puberty, increasing until age 40. What are the typical symptoms of migraine? Migraines are characterized as pulsatile, unilateral head pain, often severe and associated with various symptoms like nausea, photophobia, and phonophobia. What are the risk factors for migraine headaches? Risk factors include genetic predisposition. So, the first-degree relatives of a person with migraine are likely to develop it too. Specific dietary and environmental triggers, such as MSG, chocolate, alcohol, bright lights, and weather changes are also risk factors or triggers for migraines. What is the pathophysiology? The pathophysiology involves the release of vasoactive neuropeptides, for example, neurokinin A, substance P, and CGRP, all leading to abnormal vasodilation, potential sterile inflammation, trigeminal nerve activation, and neuronal impairment. All this largely mediated by 5-hydroxytryptamine 1 receptor activity. How does migraine progress? Although not all patients with migraine progress through all these, migraines usually progress through 4 phases. Number 1 is prodromal phase. This affects 75% of patients. Symptoms during this phase include yawning, mood changes, lethargy, photophobia, phonophobia, cold sensitivity, food cravings, and excessive thirst. Phase 2 is aura. This is experienced by about 25% of patients. It is gradual in onset, lasting less than 60 minutes. Visual aura, like scintillating scotoma, is most common, in which there is flickering, shining visual field defects. Other aura, such as sensory, speech, language, motor, brainstem, or retinal symptoms can also occur. Both positive symptoms, such as bright areas, tinnitus, and negative symptoms, such as vision or hearing loss, may be present. Phase 3 is headache, which is the main phase. This is characterized by pulsatile, throbbing, unilateral, moderate to severe pain lasting 4 to 72 hours. It is worsened by physical activity and environmental factors such as bright lights and is improved by rest and dark environments. Associated symptoms include photophobia, phonophobia, nausea, and vomiting. Last phase of migraine is postdrome. Lasting up to 24 hours after the headache resolves, patients report exhaustion, irritability, poor concentration, and dizziness. How do we diagnose migraines? Diagnosis relies on international classification of headache disorders, 3 criteria. We diagnose migraine without aura, migraine with aura, and chronic migraine as follows. First migraine without aura requires at least 5 attacks meeting specific criteria, which include headache lasting 4 to 72 hours untreated, with at least 2 of the following: pulsatile, unilateral, moderate to severe intensity headache, aggravated by physical activity, and at least 1 of the following associated symptoms like nausea or vomiting and photophobia or phonophobia. Now, coming to diagnostic criteria for migraines with aura, it requires at least 2 attacks and includes additional criteria such as presence of visual, sensory, speech, or language, motor, brainstem, or retinal aura symptoms, and with at least 3 of the following: gradual spread over 5 minutes, 2 or more symptoms in succession, each lasting 5 to 60 minutes, at least 1 unilateral aura, at least 1 positive aura symptom, and aura occurring during or within 60 minutes prior to headache. Coming to diagnostic criteria of chronic migraine. Chronic migraine is diagnosed when headache occurs on 15 or more days a month for at least 3 months, Meeting criteria for migraine without aura or migraine with aura for at least 5 of those headaches. What are the red flag symptoms or signs where we shall go for neuroimaging? Red flag signs necessitating neuroimaging include sudden onset of new headache, especially in older patients, or focal neurological deficits. How do we treat migraines? Treatment involves both abortive and preventive strategies. Lifestyle modifications, including identification and avoidance of triggers, regular physical activity outside of attacks, and stress reduction are crucial. Abortive therapies for acute attacks include NSAIDs, such as ibuprofen diclofenac naproxen for mild migraines without nausea and vomiting. Triptans are used for more severe migraine attacks. Triptans include sumatriptan, rizatriptan, zolmitriptan, naratriptan, almatriptan, and these are 5-HT1 agonists. Triptans are contraindicated in cardiovascular disease, pregnancy, poorly controlled hypertension, and are not for use more than 10 days a month. Ergots, such as dihydroergotamine, are also used for migraine abortive therapies. Antiemetics can be used for nausea and vomiting in migraine. Preventive therapies are used to reduce future attack frequency and severity of migraines. It is considered for frequent or long-lasting headaches specific migraine types, such as hemiplegic migraine or migraine during menstrual cycle or when there are contraindications to use abortive therapies. Options include beta blockers, calcium channel blockers, antidepressants, and anticonvulsants. And with this, we've come to the end of this video. Thanks for watching. How was the content of this video? And what next topic you want us to make a video on, please write down in the comments.